So here on Personality Profile, we believe in hard work. You see, hard work spotlights the character of people. Some turn up their sleeves, some turn up their noses, and some don't turn up at all. Stayed with me by Sam Ewing. Yeah. How hard are you working? Are you getting there? For many of our role models, for many of our influential people, it wasn't by sudden flight. No, they worked hard, went through the mill, and they're there, and they're still working hard. And that's the story of this man that I have today in the studio. He's still working very, very hard. He's a shining light in the world of insurance. And tonight we get to speak to him. Yeah, we get to know the journey, we get to know all that he's about. Hard-working man. In fact, in the insurance industry, we call him the Insurance Schwarzenegger. AKA ammunition. What? Now, if you get onto our live video on Facebook, you'd actually understand why. This evening, I spent time with the Commissioner of Insurance and Chief Executive of the National Insurance Commission, Mr. Justice Ofori, here on Personality Profile. You're welcome, Schwarzenegger.
Thank you very much, Lexus. Thank you very much.
No, you've got to tell them why they call you Schwarzenegger.
Well, I think it's because I like to work out. That's my hobby.
You know, and when I say, I'm like, wait, what are you lifting exactly? Looks like you are lifting all of Ghana's insurance and all the risks.
Something like that.
You are so well built. You should be, you know, WWE, WWF, something like that.
Well, I used to even be better when I was younger, when I had time to work like 6-7 days a week. But right now it's just maintenance.
Now you're just maintaining it. Oh man, I'm excited about it because I love to work out as well.
I can see.
Now you're an inspiration to me. Now I want to actually bulk up and be maybe Van Damme. Schwarzenegger, I don't get there, so I just see Van Damme. But really good to have you here.
Same here.
You're doing amazingly well. Of course, the insurance industry has been the talk of Joy FM for a little bit because we started the drive time with the insurers put together by the Ghana Insurance Association. In fact, the past couple of weeks I've been very educated about the industry and gotten to know that, yeah, we have the Insurance Association and then we have the regulators, which is the National Insurance Commission, of which you're the CEO. How's it going with the NIC?
So far, so good. It's not an easy job. And that's why you need tough guys to handle it.
Yeah, and literally too.
Yeah, we manage it.
So you have about what, 54 insurance companies under your belt?
Yeah, about 54 insurance companies.
Yeah.
Excluding brokers and agents and reinsurers.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So what is your job specifically?
My job...
Just give us a little bit of detail into what you do.
Yeah, my job is to make sure that I protect the interests of the policyholder, and secondly, to make sure that I have a very strong insurance market.
Yeah. And since taking over, I'm sure we've seen the penetration rate go up gently. Now we're all hoping that it actually goes a lot more and goes beyond the below 2% now that we are. Yeah. So you have a lot of work on your hands.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of work. And when we talk of penetration, is the total gross premium as a ratio to GDP. So when other factors that account for GDP changes, it affects insurance penetration. Sometimes you might think low insurance penetration means that insurance is not doing well. We should understand that if a lot of people have access to insurance, it's a plus.
Yeah.
Ghana is second to South Africa. We've got 30% of Ghanaians have some kind of insurance.
Oh, wow.
South Africa has 60%. There are other countries that have a higher insurance penetration, but uptake of insurance by the ordinary person or the low-income person is not actually that high. So we're doing well.
So it's getting better.
It's getting better. Once you have oil and gas coming in, they affect the dynamics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is there a reason why you think that this side of the world it is that low? It's at 30%. Is this something about us?
No.
Is it about our understanding of insurance?
No. It depends on so many factors. Maybe insurance is not too popular. We need more public education. Okay. But we should also realize that our determination of insurance premium in Ghana is different from other jurisdictions.
Okay.
In Ghana, for example, we do not take into recognition the health insurance, pensions. These are all insurances.
Okay.
Well, we are talking of just the traditional insurance of life and general business, and that is why maybe the penetration level is low. In other areas like South Africa and the US, they add all these other insurances to have that gives them a higher insurance penetration. So we might now try to revisit our formula for determining insurance penetration.
We'll talk more about the industry and get to know a lot more about what you do. But have you always wanted to do insurance? Where did you get introduced to insurance?
Well, I got into insurance when I first went to Canada in 1989.
Okay.
And before I left, my interest was in banking because I saw the bankers wearing their suit. We all felt, bankers are well paid. I wanted to be a bank manager. So I tried to enter into the bank by taking the banking course, the professional course. I was denied on the basis that you should be working within a bank before they will allow you to do the course.
Oh.
Yeah. So I tried insurance, and insurance, they said, you know what? You don't need to be an insurer. So far as you think you can do the course, come for it. So I did all by correspondence. You write, and then when it says down, you go write it.
Okay.
So I entered insurance because I didn't get my first option. Insurance is something, I never thought of insurance. But I've never regretted because I love it.
Yeah. Now you look back and you are like, wow, God directed me somewhere good.
It was by divine intervention.
It was by divine intervention.
Yeah.
But let's talk about growing up, because I want to get to that point where you decided that, okay, at this point I need to write some exam to be a banker or an insurer. Where did you grow up? Where are you from? I know the name is what? Justice Ofori.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ghana. Isn't that a Ghanaian name?
Which part of Ghana are you from?
I'm from Ashanti region.
Into Asantini.
Yeah.
Into Titri.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Mate. Asantini Meso Titri, I will say yeah.
Oh yeah. But Asantini, your name is Lexi.
Oh, that's say Ovien, you say a nickname. It's okay.
Why don't you take a local nickname?
Why do I have a feeling you can't speak Tree?
Oh, I speak Tree. That is a.
Okay, so from the Ashanti region, is that where you grew up?
No, I grew up. I was born there. My father was a police officer, so we traveled. He was transferred to Takoradi. I stayed there for some. Left Kumasi probably when I was about maybe 4 or 5 years.
Oh wow!
Went to Takoradi, and then later on he was transferred to Sekondi. Spent some time in Takoradi and Sekondi. Then he was transferred to Accra. So I came to Accra when I was in class 2. I started class 2 in Accra. I went to I started school at Accra Newtown, A&T Accra Newtown Primary 5.
That's not far from here.
Yeah. So when we came to Accra, that is where I started my schooling. Then from there, I went to Kutuka Primary, Bema Camp. Okay. We were the pioneers of Kutuka Primary School.
Wow.
Yes. So I entered Kutuka class 6 because I was in class 6 in Accra Newtown. So transferring myself, they tried to fill all classes.
Okay.
So we were the seniors.
Wow.
So class 6, because we were all new students from different areas, they decided to actually repeat us for a year. So we went to class 7 so that, because the headmistress, Mrs. Tamaklu, wanted to get 100%. So we had to stay 1 extra year before we did the exam. So from there I went to a school in Kumasi Osei Secondary School, Form 1 to 5. From there I went to Mpraiso Secondary School, went to the University of Ghana.
But what did you study in secondary school?
I did arts.
General arts?
General arts, yeah. General arts.
And then in the university?
In the university, I majored in political science.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Political. And I was in the Commonwealth Hall, the real hall.
The Vanda.
The proper hall.
You know, I just got a message here from Mo Kamara, who says, Lexus, Justice Ofori is a senior Vandal and doing a lot for Oval. Well, I know the Vandals are tuned in right now.
Oh, yeah.
And right now they would love to be charging with you.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
with more morale.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Good.
Okay. Now, you mentioned your father was a police officer.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that that's where you got your toughness from. I
Yeah.
actually hear that he was a disciplinarian.
Yeah, my dad was and still a disciplinarian.
Oh,
Yeah.
even now.
Even as I say, my dad is 83 years old,
Oh dear.
still a strong man. And I took some inspiration from my dad. He's a strict, straight to the point guy.
Did he ever beat you?
Oh yeah.
He did.
Oh yeah. Because I was stubborn.
Really? How stubborn?
Oh well, maybe sometimes you probably don't understand what is expected of you.
Yeah.
And you probably took things for granted. You know, the olden days, you can't compare these days to the olden days. The olden
Okay.
days, parents were not so close. They never gave children the opportunity to. It was a different system.
Okay.
But I think I am who I am because of the discipline I got from
Yeah.
my dad. He made us understand that to make it, you have to actually go the extra mile. And I take a lot of inspiration from the discipline that my father gave us. Yeah.
Do you think you're employing the same parenting style your father used?
Yeah, it's a blend. I'm using a blend. The kids of today, they have a different understanding. They are actually your boss. The kids are the bosses. Unlike those days, I remember those days when you had to clean and go on your knees and scrub the floor with some weak towel. Go to the kitchen. I'm the first child, so I know how to cook. I'm a very good cook.
Oh dear.
I know how to grind vegetables on the stone. Oh yeah.
Then you do some pa.
I know how to drive and pound fufu.
You're serious?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm a hardcore.
I can tell, obviously.
I'm a survivor.
But I thought you would instill a little bit of that in your kids then.
Yeah, you try.
Oh, these ones are.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah,
the kids of today,
lactogen.
they don't even come out to play. Nowadays, we come out, we play the
Yeah.
chaskele, football, high jump. These kids of today, they just stay indoor with their mobile phones, and
Yeah.
that is how the world is. There's not much you can do.
Is it better now than before?
Well, it's got its pluses and negatives. So there are good sides for today's generation because they are not getting head. The skin looks clean. They spend more time on their computers. They are more knowledgeable.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are exposed to much in this world.
Yeah.
Our days, we never had computers. We never had internet. So everything was from the library. I remember those days, BAM library.
Yeah.
That's the only source of information.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And fast forward, you studied political science in school.
Yeah.
What was the mission? Where were you going? Where were you heading?
Well, I had no ambition. Mine was that go to university. Yeah, go to school because you have to go to school.
Yeah.
You can't fend for yourself. Someone is paying your school fees. Just go to school. After schooling, I felt coming out, I should be able to get a job. I have a BA honors. When I came to the real world, I realized that it wasn't that easy. You needed a profession.
Okay.
I went around. I got to a stage I even wanted to teach, and it was difficult. And I was told even if I had the opportunity to teach, I wasn't going to be paid like someone who went to a professional teacher training school,
Yeah.
like those colleagues who went to
The training colleges.
University
and
of Cape
whatnot.
Coast. For
Okay.
those who went there, they were doing a 4-year degree. 1 year was for diploma in education. And they told me even if you get a teaching appointment, you will not be paid like those people, and you couldn't become a headmaster. Or I mean, so there were no much options.
Yeah.
There were no jobs. So I decided to look into the diaspora.
Were there other things you did maybe while you were whiling away time or figuring out what to do with your life?
Oh yeah, I was helping my daddy out. My daddy had resigned from active duty, and he was doing his own private business. So I was helping driving him out.
Okay.
I was his driver. We had poultry farm, and I was in charge of the poultry farm. Those days we could raise as many as 3,000 birds
Wow.
in an estate premises.
Okay.
So I do farming. Within, I'm in Accra, but I could do farming. I do my birds, I do my vegetables, plant the corn, everything.
You did almost everything.
Everything that someone in the village would do.
Whoa.
And my dad made sure, although we had house helps, that you had to clean, wash your own clothes, iron them yourself. You shouldn't depend on them. So we were trained the hard way. And I actually, when I sit down today, I say to myself, I'm just happy that I had a father who trained me the hard way to be who I am.
Amazing. Well, good stuff. So what? You decided to go on a sojourn, go out there, look into diaspora, and look for opportunities.
Yeah, you know, a young man, you have to take chances. So I went to the diaspora. When I went, it wasn't easy. I had to do odd jobs. I said, no, this is not what. So the best thing is to go.
Like what?
Oh, like cleaning. You know, so I quickly enrolled because the university degree that I was having meant nothing to them. It meant nothing to them if you wanted to work. But if you wanted to go to school, then they give you recognition.
Okay.
You get the same, how do you call it? The same recognition as those who attended the foreign university. So I took the other option that let me go to school. So I did some university courses, University of York and University of Toronto. Then I realized that, okay, it was still academic. I did some banking. I completed, then I did insurance as well. After the insurance, then I got myself into insurance. So luckily for me, I didn't go to the mainstream insurance. I went into claims adjusting. I was employed by an adjusting firm. And the adjusting firm, since it's an independent adjusting firm, you have to justify your salary. So it's how you have to work hard.
How does that work?
Well, you work like you have lawyers working under a chambers. So we have an adjusting firm, and we, the qualified adjusters, work under a company. So the company charges for the work done for insurance companies, and the fee comes on an hourly basis. So every hour that you spend, you are paid by hour.
Okay.
And so if you want to work 24 hours, you still get paid. So that is how I built my career as an independent adjuster, and then moved into mainstream insurance with the Allianz Canada. But I realized that wasn't my area. So I went back to independent adjusting again. And then in 2000,
why was mainstream insurance not your area?
Yeah, because they were not working hard. You know, they were purely salaried, but I was used to getting salary and then getting bonus as well. So you work hard, and you see results.
Okay.
But with the mainstream, your salary, that's it. So I was used to earning more money, so I went back to independent. And then somewhere in 2004, all along I was thinking of coming back to Ghana.
Why?
Because this is my home, and I love to be in Ghana.
Wasn't the money good motivation to stay there?
No,
wasn't the environment even better? The system was better.
Yeah, the system is better. The environment is good. The roads are good. The money is good.
There's no doom saw.
There's no doom saw. but you know what? When you go through a lot in life, you realize that it's not all about money. In my life, money is not my priority. Not that I have money, but I realize that you don't need that much money to survive.
And not that you don't have to.
No, I'm just a middle income person like any other person. You getting me? But I've reached a stage whereby the little that you have, just manage it.
Yeah.
I realize that it's not how much you make, but how you spend the little that you make. Yeah.
That's really profound. It's not how much you make, but how you spend the little that you have.
Yeah. There are people who are paid billions, but they look broke, and there are people who are middle class, average, and they look okay. They are able to afford their 3 square meals, and life goes on. And at the end of the day, if you are a millionaire, what are you going to do? You will still die and leave it.
Would you say that's your biggest financial advice? If not, what is?
Well, my financial advice is that you have to be hardworking. You have to make a living, but don't do anything that will put you in trouble. Because there's nothing better than sleeping in your own bed.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. So that is my philosophy.
Good stuff. Amazing stuff. We're getting some
Sure.
nuggets for life from the one and only ammunition. Yeah, the insurance Schwarzenegger. Mr. Justice Ofori is the Commissioner of Insurance and Chief Executive Officer of the National Insurance Commission. I just got a message from Reverend Albert Okrom, who says, "Good evening, Lexus. Ammunition was my next roommate in Commonwealth Hall, and I celebrate his contribution to the insurance industry." So, Reverend Albert Okrom, thank you so much for your message. So that's a special one from Albert going out.
Yeah, he was my next door.
Yeah.
I
What's the fondest memory of those times?
Well, when I was in final year, they came to first year. And when I come out, they know I could take you to the pond anytime.
So you're the one doing it.
I'm a hardcore vendor. I was a choir master plus a militia commander.
Hey!
It tells you that I'm a hardcore vendor. I'm a vendor, still a vendor.
In
And
fact,
I will always be a vendor.
If I didn't know what was in the Vandals hymn book, I'd have said, sing one hymn for us. But I know that the Vandals hymns, Oh, you can also WhatsApp us on 0244340437. Having a great conversation with the Commissioner of Insurance, Mr. Justice Ofori, here on Joy 99.7 FM. So let's get to how you got back home now. Okay, home sweet home.
Yeah.
Was there a job waiting for you?
Yeah, there wasn't a job, but I had decided to come home. I realized at a certain level, nobody's going to give you a job unless they see you. You need to know the personality, the type of person. So 2004 came down. I told my wife I was coming to look for a job and then settle. I came around.
So your wife was in Ghana?
No, my family, they were all in Canada.
They were all in Canada, yeah. Okay.
So I came down, went round, and the first company I took my CV to, they gave me an opportunity to actually attend an interview. That is Vanguard Assurance.
Oh, Vanguard.
By then, the managing director, Mr. Baba, actually he's my godfather. He knew me from nowhere, but after about 5 minutes interview with me, he decided that he was going to offer me a job.
What do you think got you that job?
Well, I think he saw the future in me that I could bring more on board. So he gave me an opportunity to meet the vice chairman and his brother Daniel Wadako and Harold. Yeah. And Mr. Abad gave me an interview. They were happy to bring me on board. I must say that they did very well because they knew me from nowhere. I was just judged by my merits. So I was with Vanguard for 2 years, and then an opportunity came. The industry wanted to set up an insurance college. So I put in my application and I went for an interview. I was very new in the market. But luckily, I came out as the most successful candidate, and I got a job, and I worked there for about 11 years at the college. So I started the college. It was a new college. I started the college and for 11 years. And luckily, I had an opportunity to serve the nation. Actually, this is the first time I'm serving my nation. Yeah. When it comes to working for government. And I got the opportunity to be the commissioner. And I said, well, it's a good opportunity. Wow. And so once I've taken the job, I have to do it, and I have to do it well.
Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's an amazing story. And you spent almost 11 years at the Ghana Insurance College. It means you've trained, what, hundreds of chartered insurers. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You're confident in the insurers that we have?
I am confident in the people we have. We have well-trained personnel. Just that we have to give them support. Then Ghana, I believe, is the country with the highly trained professionals in Africa. Yeah, you hardly see that many professionals on the market.
How has it evolved over the period since, before the college was set up and now?
Yeah, prior to the establishment of the college, what happened was that individuals would enroll with the Chartered Insurance Institute in UK and then register, buy the books, read, and when it's exams, you go write the exams, and if you're successful, you move on. Or you go to the West African Insurance Institute in Gambia and then go do a diploma and then come and top up from the UK until you become chartered. But now we have it in Ghana. You can become chartered in Ghana through the Ghana Insurance College. An easy way to actually get to the top.
Okay. Well, there you go. Guys, I mean, I love the story. I love the story of Mr. Justice Ofori, who is the Commissioner of Insurance right here in Ghana. We'll delve into some insurance issues as well. I mean, I listened around the insurance world thanks to the team at GIA,
Yeah,
Mauli and the team. Now
yeah.
I am actually in deep.
Okay, okay, okay.
And I mean, you're reputed for your high level of affability. At the same time, you see you're very strong and you're very, stern. How do you manage the two?
You know, I have a belief in me that you shouldn't be a pretender. I'm not a pretender. The way you see me is how I am. If I have a challenge, I'll let you know. But it doesn't mean I have a challenge. I have a problem with you.
Yeah.
I'll never pretend as if, I'm not a hypocrite. That's the right word.
Yeah.
And I'm affable. I think in life you have to respect human beings because the same blood that runs through all human beings. So I have very strong respect for human beings. I also respect women so much because I believe women go through a lot. Because I'm the first child, and I did a lot of house chores, cooking. I know what women go through every day. It's not easy being in the kitchen and doing the washing. And those days we didn't have washing machines, everything done by hand.
Yeah.
So that is when me going through, I realized that, you know what, I have to give a lot of respect to women because it's not easy to be a woman. They are hardworking, and I respect them so much.
Good stuff. You've learned a lot of lessons in life. Which one comes tops?
The lessons. Well, fear of God. Whatever you do, you should know that you do your best, but you need His grace. Yeah.
What do you think will be the highlight of your career? Well, what's like your proudest moment?
Well, I think being a commissioner, I think it's an achievement in life, but I think it came about by the grace of God.
Yeah.
I'm not the best professional insurer, but God chose me to be there. So
Okay. So let's reverse it. What will be your worst day on the job?
well, worst days come, it depends, especially when I was doing claims, when there's an insured who has a challenge and refuses to understand anything, and I have a principle that the customer is always right. So although he's wrong, you have to actually let him feel good.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can mess up your day from morning till evening. So that is how life is. But the next day, after work, you just have some, just chill small, and you forget the day.
How do you chill?
You want to know? I believe in working hard and partying hard.
And partying hard.
Yeah, that's it.
I actually know about all your party stuff.
Oh yeah.
Including the songs you used to party.
Oh yeah.
Like this one from Ebony. Sponsor.
Okay.
I guess it's one of your favorite songs.
Yeah, go ahead.
Drive time on joy with Lexus Bill.
How did you fall in love with this song?
That's not bad, though, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One of your favorites as well.
Yeah, in those days, yeah. And it still sounds good.
Yeah, it does. It does. Really sounds good.
Yeah.
But if you want to hear more of these, the African Souls with Uncle Ken, he's got a ton of them. So stay tuned into Joy 99.7 FM and you hear some really amazing African tunes with Uncle Ken here on Joy 99.7 FM. We're still having a great conversation with the Commissioner of Insurance and Chief Executive Officer of the National Insurance Commission, Mr. Justice Ofori, here on Joy 99.7 FM. So, from the spillover of the cleansing of the banking sector, there are high expectations of the National Insurance Commission as well. And I know you're also cracking the whip on any company that may not be doing well in terms of clients' expectations and whatnot. Actually, there's a deadline for companies as well to meet the new minimum capital requirement. That's about what, 50 million Ghana cedis?
Yeah.
So how's that going?
Well, so far, so good. We asked all our regulated entities to submit their recapitalization plan, which they've done. And we're going through with them to make sure it's a workable plan. And we believe that at the end of the day, they should find a way to survive. They should be able, they have enough time from now to 30th June 2021.
Yeah.
I think it's enough time to put the acts together.
Will we see some mergers and consolidations and whatnot?
That is not for me to say. It's a corporate decision every company would have to make. They have their boards, they have their shareholders. They will decide what. For me as a regulator, that is not my responsibility.
But since they've all submitted a plan, does it look like it?
So far, I haven't seen anything that shows the idea of any measure.
Yeah.
But maybe as time goes on, maybe they'll think through. But
so would you say that the sector is very solid as it stands now?
it's solid with the minimum capital as it is. The current minimum capital, but it needs to be strong. So we're looking at getting to the next phase, that is the 50 million, the way forward. And the plan should be realistic, not just putting things on paper. If you say you're going to recapitalize, where's the money going to come from?
Yeah.
And all those things. We want to make sure you are serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good stuff.
Sure.
Amazing. We've gotten to know a lot more about the insurance industry as well, thanks to you. We'll wrap up with talking about family.
Okay.
Because I know you're a family man. You mentioned how the kids and whatnot. So tell us about the family as well.
Yeah, I've got a son and 2 daughters.
Ah.
Yeah. They all live in Canada.
Oh, okay.
That's where they were born, and I'm trying to bring them down. They're refusing to come. So that is where the problem is. They rather come around Christmas and chill.
Yeah,
and then get
go
lost.
back.
Yeah, but you know what? That is their.
Now you can't dictate for them.
No, it's their choice. I mean, they are all adults. So if they are babies, then you can actually determine for them. But whatever they choose to do, that is their.
So what do you do for fun apart from lifting all the weights in the gym?
You know. The gym is fun. Some chilling and some rest.
People want to understand the chilling part.
The chilling, you should see me in
Coded. Since you're very big on fitness, I would want you to let's talk a bit about fitness and your fitness journey. You keep up with it a lot. You look well built. And all that. Probably you've seen the benefits of working out, and I'm sure some people would want to understand why they need to hit the gym.
Well, anytime I don't go to the gym, any day I don't go to the gym, I feel guilty. I feel that once I've eaten, I also owe my body some physical food. And so it's part of my life. I've been going to the gym ever since probably when I was in 6th form.
Wow.
And in the good old days, I used to work out 6 or 7 days a week. And as I speak, when I wake up 4 a.m., I have to get ready and go to the gym. Well, when I start my day, I don't know when I'm coming back home. So the morning is the best time for me. So by 4:30, I should be at the gym, work out 1 hour, come home, freshen up, and then set off.
Wow.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It makes you feel light and very athletic. So for me, it's medicine for the body.
If he doesn't go to the gym in a day, he feels guilty. When a friend of mine called Mauli go to the gym one day, he feels guilty. When he goes right now, he feels guilty. I'm not mentioning anybody's name, but some friend that I have somewhere. Hopefully he's listening. We'll take him there. Okay, I'm inviting you. I'm actually going to invite you to my next edition of the walk. I have a walk with Lexus that I go up the mountain.
Okay.
And you would be a very great ambassador for fitness.
No problem.
Yeah, so I want you to take off the suit off one Saturday morning with us. Wear your t-shirt so people can see that the Schwarzenegger is Schwarzenegger. It is not just word Schwarzenegger. Hey!
That's it. Wicked one.
Wicked Schwarzenegger. Whoa, good stuff. I've enjoyed your company so much, Mr. Justice Ofori. We've had a great evening. Thank you so much for
same here.
Letting us into your life, your work, and of course the insurance industry as well.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best, and we wish the NIC all the best, the team at the NIC, all the insurance companies. Now they are very good friends because almost every day I spend time with one insurance company here, thanks to the GIA. So we hope that probably in the next year or two, the insurance penetration would go up a little beyond our current two that we're hovering around.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
I'll
leave you to give one final word of advice to anybody who's listening. Anything at all that you'd want to touch on, you're free to do that.
Well, since I would say I'll probably talk about insurance. I would just advise people to actually trust insurance. In life, risk is part of our life. And insurance is a risk management system. Since no one has money sitting down to deal with the unforeseen, they should dwell on insurance. Should they have any challenges, I would say they should contact the National Insurance Commission, and we will be more than happy to address their concerns. Thank you very much.
Mr. Justice Ofori, aka Ammunition, aka Insurance Schwarzenegger, Jose Vandals.
Stop.
I'm Lexusville. Thanks a lot to my team, Madam Nighty, Philip Nye, Abeku Sanko Fisawen Ofori. Of course, my man Mauli Zogmenu, Bismarck, Enes Kojomenu, executive producer Chief Ken Ansa, Joy 99.7 FM, Chief Ken aka Van Damme. Uncle Ken is gonna be on your radio pretty shortly. Stay tuned into Joy 99.7 FM. Have a great evening. God willing, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, though, my team and I are back with another fantastic edition of Drive Time on Joy. Bye-bye.